All right, perfect. We're recording. And what's up, Bigfoot? What's your name, bro? Where are your previous sessions at? My previous sessions are on YouTube. I'll drop it inside the chat after the session. I'll drop it inside the chat. After I chop it up and put it on YouTube, and then you click that, you'll be able to see all my recordings. But I don't know, just looking at the market right now, I really don't see much of anything. So I'll be doing a little bit more of teaching, other than a couple people that are on my team, like Lamarck, Alex. They see we have some. Hold on, let me see. Euro EUR USD. Yeah, so these guys, they got access to me 24/7, and the team that we have, all of us are pretty much trading the same exact way. So I see that a lot of them are catching these moves right here without me, which is good. The goal is to help each and every one of y'all become fluent in the market when it comes to trading harmonics and able to be consistent and independent. So I know Lamarck and his group caught this move right here on Euro USD. This right here is a bat pattern, and I'll draw out the bat pattern for you guys and give you the ratios and everything that I look for when I'm trading the bat pattern. And we can see it actually went for about 50 pips, I think it was. Yeah, it went for about 54 pips on this trade right here, hitting target 1, which is good. So Lamarck caught that move right there. And what I'm seeing in that group, that Telegram, bro, is getting unbelievable, man. A lot of you guys are starting to really see these different patterns and stuff, with the naked eye, which is pretty dope. But let's see. So this is the bat pattern right here, guys. So if you all don't understand what the bat pattern is, this right here. The bat pattern gives you the best risk to reward ratio. So if you're looking at this harmonic pattern, so like I say, guys, when I traded harmonics, I used to only focus on one pattern, which is the cipher pattern. But the bat pattern gives you the best risk to reward ratio out of all the harmonic patterns. With this pattern right here, the stops normally go above. SL is for stop loss. The stops normally go above the X leg, and the bat pattern completes at the 88.6, which is right here, and your stops go somewhere above your X leg. So you really have a great risk to reward ratio on this harmonic pattern right here, which is pretty good. But the one that happens the most frequently is the cipher pattern, which is giving me more trading opportunities as well. So when you trade the harmonic patterns, again, you trade what you see. Everything that happens after the D is always out of your control. As long as you identify the move, then you're good to go. Identify and execute. So looking at this harmonic pattern right here, price pushed down, hit target 1, and started to slowly push back up to the upside, and that's perfectly fine. I think what I'm going to start doing right now in start the year off, for you guys that also want to build your account, because if I take my fib from my C leg all the way up here to the completion of my D, your stop losses go at the 38.2. 38.2. This is target 1 right here. We'll put T1, and then target 2 is a 61.8. We'll put T2. So my biggest advice for you guys when you trade in harmonic patterns is go for target 1. Okay? If you feel like you want to beef up your lot size a little bit, because again, this is only on a 15-minute chart also. So that means that when I'm on the lower time frames, like the 15-minute chart, I take a little bit bigger lot sizes. So if I'm trading with a 0.50, okay, and I'm on a this is like my normal lot size that I'm trading with. If I'm on the on a smaller time frame, I might bump it up to a 0.10. Okay, so this is what I do. So some of you guys coming in here, with much smaller accounts, you want to start a position with a point, let's say 0.3. You might want to, on a smaller time frame, trade with a 0.6. Just beef it up a little bit so you can, get more bang for your buck. And again, the goal, honestly, aim for target 1, especially as a newbie. Aim for target 1. Don't try to, come down here to target 2, because this right here happens. Boom, you in instant profit right away. Target 1 is smashed, and then it starts to play around, and it pulls back, and you got target 2 as your take profit, and now you caught in all of this mess right here, this period of consolidation. Right, so just aim for targets 1, which is a 38.2, and I'm about to go over that for you guys in a minute. Can you go into how to trade the sharp pattern? I see a lot on a harmonic scanner, but I'm not confident with them. Yeah, I'm not. The sharp pattern really isn't my favorite to trade, and yes, it does happen a lot on a harmonic pattern, but the sharp pattern is kind of like the cipher pattern. Let me see if I can find one. Let's see. I think this might be a sharp pattern right here. So it has the same outlook as a cipher pattern, but with the sharp pattern, what happens is this right here. And then I'm gonna go back to the bat pattern as well. What happens on a sharp pattern is that you have this impulse to the downside. Like I say, always, you're going to find a lot of harmonic patterns that happen within a period of consolidation, okay? I think this is actually right here. This might be a Gartley pattern right here. Turn into a sharp pattern. Turn into a bat pattern. So you see how these harmonic patterns happen like all the time. But let me get back. I'm getting off topic. But harmonic patterns start with period of consolidation. Market came up, started to consolidate right here in the zone. Boom, broke out to the downside. And this is my level of resistance, my level of support right here, okay? So what I want to do is go ahead on and just let me highlight these areas for you real quick. Let me highlight these areas. To me, the sharp pattern is like a big fake out pattern as well. So you can see how we got our level of resistance and our level of support. Price pull back. Now for the sharp pattern, the B leg really has no type of pullback. So I say within the 38.2 through the 61.8, those are the levels. Okay, let's keep that the same as the cipher. So now what we do, we take our fib out from our XRA leg, and you see we got the 61.8. As long as we get that 38.2 touch, we're fine. Now what I want to do is go ahead on and do something different. I want to take my Fibonacci retracement again. I want to take it from my A leg. Let me mark this off for you guys real quick. So this would be X. This level of support would be A. This would be my B leg. And I want to identify my C point, okay? So I'm going to take my fib from here all the way up here to my B point. And the level that I'm looking for is the 113. You all see this 113 right here? Right here, this is the 113 level, okay? And then price from that level, it pushes up to the 88.6, and then it reverses out of the 88.6 all the way up to the 1618, if I'm not mistaken. So you have pretty much like a zone as you do with the Gartley pattern. So you see price came down and hit that 113. So to me, the shark is like a big fake out pattern, because I'm about to show you why. So now this is our C leg. So if you're looking at this right here, you're looking at, textbook trading. If I put a trend line right here, throw a trend line right here at this A leg, this would be my level of support, right? Look what happened right here. Price did what? Came down and it broke. It tested it right here, bounced up, and it broke right here. So this right here would have been a nice little fake out, move, and a lot of people would probably start selling it. But price will come down and hit that 113 level and then reverse out of there. That happens a lot, okay? Now, if I take my fib from my I'll take my fill from my X. Let me A, B. We got all the levels identified. C. Now what I want to do is look for that completion zone. It should complete at the 88.6. I'll take my fill from A to C, and I'm looking for that 88.6 level. Let me drag this out just a little bit so we can see the 88.6, and throw a trend line on top of that 88.6, which is right here where it first hit. Let me change this color real quick. Let me turn that color, let's turn it, I don't know, black screen. Let's do dark blue, and let's make it a little bit thicker. All right, there you go. So this would have been our entry point right here at the 88.6 level, which is right here in this zone. You can see price came up here and hit it, and then started consolidating, and boom, slowly turned over, and it pushed back up to scare people out. Stop loss never would have been hit on this trade, and then next thing you know, we get this big drop to the downside. Okay, stops would have never been hit on this trade right here. So if I go ahead on and let me erase this and let me draw it out for you guys real quick. Let me clear this, and then let me draw this out from X to A, X to A to B to C to D. So this is a sharp pattern right here. This C leg will always hit in between the 113 to the 1618. More than likely, it'll hit the 113 and then it'll reverse. So every time you see, like, you know, you got a level of support and boom, price retrace and then come down and break that support level just a little bit. Normally it hits that 113 extension level, and then it reverses out of there real quick. And then price, you know, came here, rolled over and dropped. And it went for about, from our entry point, which is up here, it went, I don't know, it dropped about 160 something pips. We would have been in drawdown for about 28, 30 pips, which is perfectly fine. Almost always, you're always going to be in drawdown when you trade. So don't worry about drawdown. Okay, so D typically completes at the 88.6. Yeah, the D leg typically completes at the 88.6. I like how you switch the dark theme, TradingView. Yes, I like the dark. I did the white screen all 2018. So let's go back to the bat pattern real quick. So I'm gonna give you guys the ratios for the bat pattern. So for the bat pattern, you can see that we have our period of consolidation, right? The market consolidates. And again, when you trade in harmonics, they don't look like this, right? This is what it looks like on the internet. That's not how harmonics look. Harmonics look like this, like waves, right? This is how it looks, right? And you have to be able to train your eye to see the pattern. This is what a harmonic pattern looks like right here, not this right here. So don't get caught up looking at this. Although we wish it did look like this, but in reality it doesn't. So we got the period of consolidation. Almost always the harmonics will start a period of consolidation, and then boom, it'll make up its mind whether they want to go to the upside or to the downside. And let's just say get price broke to the downside. This is my level of resistance up here, RES for resistance, which is right here, this level right here. And then our level of support, which is right here. Once price breaks out of this zone, all I'm doing is being patient and waiting for it to find a level of support. But let me tell you guys this also. I never find a harmonic pattern like I'll always find the harmonic pattern whenever it completes the C leg. That's when I find most harmonic patterns, is when it completes the C leg. I never really catch it at the X leg or the A leg. It's always at the C leg where you start to really see the harmonic pattern. So you don't have to worry about, you know, trying to identify all of this. That's another secret as well. That's another hack. Don't worry about trying to look for, like, when you testing, when you training, yeah, this right here will be good. Like this right here could possibly be a start of another harmonic pattern. But I never really see the harmonic pattern until it completes the XABC move. and then it has a decompletion coming up, okay? So this right here can very well be the start of a harmonic pattern, okay? You have that period of consolidation, and then boom, it'll break out to the upside or to the downside. So with that being said, we have our level of resistance, and then this A leg right here gave us a level of support. That's all I do is wait for price to give me that level of support, okay? And then I take my fib from there, from my X point, all the way down here to my A leg, and I know for a fact that the back pattern completes at the 50% retracement, all right, which is right up here. Sometimes price will come up here, hit the 38.2, then boom, come up here and hit the 50, and play around, consolidate, which is perfectly fine. So now I have my B leg, okay, it hit that 50%. You're probably wondering, well, how? Most people, they get confused with harmonic patterns. No, guys, it's either black or white, okay? And it's always a little gray area in the middle too. So remember that, all right? So you gotta have. I told somebody this last week. You gotta have street smarts, and you gotta have some type of book smarts as well. All right, when you trade in harmonic patterns or just trading in general, you gotta have like street smarts. Okay, you can't just be textbook, book smart all the way across the board, because things happen in the market, right? So looking at this right here, price came up here and hit that B point, which is hit the 50%, which is now my B point. 2 + 2 is always 4. There's nothing we can do about it. All right, it's been that way since before our time. The back pattern, the B leg, is always going to be 50% retracement. 50% retracement for that back pattern. Always. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay? So once you understand that right there is going to help you eliminate a lot of noise when you trade. And also, this back pattern, this B leg, is always a 50% retracement. All right? So now that I have that 50% retracement, what I want to do now is take my fib from my A leg all the way back here to my B leg, okay? Let me line that up perfect. And guess what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a 50% retracement for my C leg. Now, here's the thing with the C leg. Price can come down and hit the 50% minimum, what we're looking for. As long as price does not penetrate below my A leg, like you saw for the shark pattern, we're good. Price can come all the way down to the 50, which is what we need for a minimum requirement for the C leg. It can hit the 61.8, the 78.6, the 88.6, and it even can come all the way down to the 100%. As long as price doesn't penetrate my A leg, which is right here, then we're good. Okay? So let me erase that. No, not that. Get my eraser. So let me see. Train your eye, but once you see them, you can't unsee. Exactly. Once you see them, you can't unsee them. What the alt version of the bat look like? Don't worry about that right now. It can't wick past the 100%. Exactly. It cannot wick past the 100. If it wicks past it, then that marks it invalid. So price can come all the way down to the 100. It just can't wick past it. Can't close and can't wick, can't penetrate it. So we have the 50% retracement. Let's just leave it at that for our C leg. And what I want to do now is go ahead on and start prepping myself to enter this trade, because I know that from my back completion is always at the 88.6, nothing else. So I take my fib from my X leg, which is right up here, and I drag it all the way down to the completion of the entire move, which is my A leg. And guess what? I'm looking for that 88.6. I'm looking for that 88.6 to price to push up here to the 88.6 and hit. And this is where I'm entering the trade for a sell. And this is my D leg, okay? The 88.6. And this is what that back pattern will look like. Very, very simple. All you have to do is train your eye to see it. Watch this video, go and watch the replay, and you'll be good. I'm about to erase all of this. Like I said, you can go back and watch the recording. So let me clear all of that. That was the bat pattern. So now let's go to the real chart so I can show you guys how to see this with the real chart. So if I go ahead and hit replay and start it back here, it's pretty dope. Still have my harmonic pattern up there, right? Nice. So should I take this off or leave it on there? Let's take it off. All right, yeah, let's take it off for these purposes. So what I'm gonna do right now, I just hit replay. So right now, this is how I back test and train my eye to see the harmonic patterns. So if you guys don't understand how to do it, all you have to do is come up here and hit replay, and then when you hit replay, it's gonna have a red line, vertical line. You just come back here and click wherever you want to start. So let's go ahead on and hit play. So looking at this right here, I see I have my level of consolidation right now, from right here to right here, period of consolidation. I'm going to talk you guys through it too while I'm actually doing this as well. I have that period of consolidation, and at this point, I'm just being patient, pretty much, just waiting for the market to come to me rather than me chasing the market. When I was playing basketball, my coach always said, let the game come to you. And that's the same thing you got to do with trading. You got to let it come to you. Anybody on this call that plays sports, they should know that. I know Lamarck, he played professional football, so he definitely understands where I'm coming from. But you guys got to let the game come to you instead of always trying to force it, right? So this is how, let me speed this up just a little bit. So this is what we're doing right now. We just pretty much waiting for the market to make up its mind out of this period of consolidation. And like I said, we're already in one trade right now. So if you guys would have took this sharp pattern right here, you would be in one trade already. So let me see something real quick. If I take my field from my C leg all the way up here to my completion of my, see, it came down to hit the 38.2 right here, shot all the way back up, scaring people out of that trade. And this is another great tip. Let me pause this. So when you trade in harmonics, like I said, it's not what you see on the internet, right? People think that, it's supposed to be a perfect harmonic, and boom, it hits the entry and it drops and hit targets and we make a lot of money. No, that's not how it works. When you trade in harmonics, you have to be patient, right? That's why I say set your stop loss, set your targets, this is target 1 right here, and then target 2 is like somewhere down here, 61.8, and just going about your day, right? Going about your day. Yeah, you would have entered the trade right here, and then price would have came down, and boom, hit target 1, shot back up, scared a lot of people out, and then boom, rolled over and hit target 2. Like, everything that happens after the D is out of your control. Remember that. Stop trying to control everything. Just let it do what it's supposed to do, right? You already identified the harmonic. Now, yeah, Elmano, you play football too, so yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You already identified the harmonic pattern, so now you just let it play out. Let it do what it's supposed to do, right? Now, if I go ahead on and hit play again, you can see that this right here was a big fake out, faking a lot of people out. And I see that the market made up its mind and faked people out, right? And then it dropped. So guess what? If I was just a regular Joe just out here trading and I saw this right here, I saw this fake out move right here, I'm thinking, okay, cool. If it come back and retest this area, come back and touch this area, I'm going in for a buy to the upside. Now, guess what? Even if I would have, saw this fake out as an average person, I was like, oh snap, I'm missing the trade. Guess what? I need to buy this, and I buy it. Guess what happens? Boom, it drops against them. That used to be me. I'm like, okay, cool. It's a fake. This is a breakout. Let me go ahead on and enter that trade for a buy, and I get killed on that trade. Some of y'all probably know exactly what I'm talking about on this call. So now what we have, price dropped, giving us a level of look like a level of support right here. So let me go ahead on and highlight this area right here, level of resistance, and let's see if this is my level of support. Sometimes price will continue to push down. Sometimes price will continue to push down, but as of right now, this is my level of support. So I'm going to take my fib now from my resistance all the way down here to my support. And right now, I just want to be patient and look where price hits. Like right now, we have that 38.2. Right now, I'm looking for a potential cipher pattern. I'm going to put C for cipher, okay? So right now, I hit the 38.2. That's exactly what I'm looking for right now. And for the cipher pattern, it has to break below the A leg. This is my A leg. This is my X leg up here. Now, boom, price shot up and hit that 50% retracement, okay? So now I'm potentially looking for a cipher and a bat, okay? But for this sake, I'm just going to go ahead and just go with the bat because it hit the 50%. All right, it hit the 50%. So now I'm looking for a potential bat pattern. So let me go ahead on and delete this. Let me remove that. And what I want to do is take my fill from my A leg, which is my level of support, and take it all the way up here to this level of resistance for my B leg. And I'm looking for price to give me that 50% touch, which is right here. Yeah, it has to hit from this level right here, not this level. Okay, yeah, it hit the 50% in this area right here, but this is not the leg I'm taking. I'm taking this leg right here. So from here all the way up here, that's one entire leg, okay? So I have my X, I have my A, I have my B point, and now I have to adjust my fib because it broke above just a little bit. So you have to be somewhat surgical. So now it broke above. Let me go ahead on and adjust it. So now I'm looking for price to come down here and get hit that 50% level. So again, I'm just being patient and just waiting for it to happen. Boom, price dropped down, hit that 50% level. Now, as long as price doesn't close below this A leg, we're perfectly fine, okay? So it looked like it wants to continue to push up. So let me go ahead on and delete this fib right now because I got my 50% touch. So now what we have here is our X, we have our A, we have our B leg over here, and we have our C leg right here. So let me go ahead and take my fib and take it from my A all the way down to my X. I'm sorry, my X all the way down to my A. And I'm looking for price to hit this 50%, I'm sorry, this 88.6 level right here. And this is the trade that, like I told you guys before the call started, that a couple of my partners actually caught. I know Elmano, he caught this trade right here. Where do I get the recording for this late? I'm gonna post it right inside the IML channel where you got the link for the Zoom, so you can go back and replay and watch all my recordings and everything. So right now that I'm pausing it right now. So right now I have my X leg, I have my A leg, I have my B leg. Let me erase this and draw it all over again. Is this helping anybody out on this call? Like by me doing this right here, is this helping you guys out? Yeah, Elmano caught this trade right here that you guys are about to see the completion of as well. All right, perfect. Yeah, I'm glad this. All right, definitely good. It's helping you guys out. So now I have my X leg. I can go ahead on and draw my harmonic. And this is normally where I see the harmonic develop, okay? I don't see the harmonic when it first starts. I see it when it's like halfway completed, all right? So I have my X leg, I have my A leg, I have my B leg, my C, and then the D should complete up here at the 88.6, okay? So let me go ahead and hit play again. So again, right now, I have my pending orders set. I'm already ahead of the game. I know where price should look to reverse. And if I look to the left, what do we have? We have some type of confluence on this level structure over here. That price should, push up and hold in that area and reverse. So just being patient. I have my pending order set at this price over here, 147.50. Then boom, price came up here and hit our orders right here, and it's starting to drop. So let me go ahead on and pause this real quick. Let me pause it. Hurry. So price then came up here and hit our orders. Okay? And now we're in the trade. So what I want to do right now is walk away from my computer, forget about the trade, and just set my stop loss and just go on about my day. So what I'm going to do right now that we're in this trade, I am going to draw out my targets, okay? So my targets are taking my fill from my C leg all the way up here to my D, where it completed right here. And my target one should be the 38.2. 38.2, and target two should be the 61.8. And I like to front run my targets, all right? So I might put my target just a little bit shy of the 38.2 and a little bit shy above the 61.8. So I know for a fact that it gets hit. So for this purposes, let's just leave it like that. So these are my two target points. And now I want to come here and hit play again. And right now I'm just, chilling, going on about my day, not sitting up here in front of my computer. Now look what happened right here. Price pushed up just a little bit, okay? So now I have to go back and readjust my targets. So I have to take my fill begin from my C all the way to the completion of D. Not where I enter, but to the completion of the D. So you can see that my target is right here for target one. Guess what? I have to move it up. I have to adjust it to target one now. My target two is right here. I have to come up here and adjust it. And you can see price is starting to roll over. And let's see if we get target one hit. Give me one more push. Bam, there we go. Target one was hit. And guess what? I'm out of that trade. Target one was hit, made profits. Now I just going about my day, look for another trade setup, trade opportunity. So this is how you back test. This is how you train your eyes, see your harmonic patterns, and this is how you get good at identifying these patterns in the market. So I did a quick scan before I actually got on the Zoom, before I got on my session tonight, to see if I could see any other harmonic patterns or anything like that. And I have not seen one just yet. So if I can't see any on the bigger time frame, what I would do is go down to like the 5-minute chart, and I would start scalping the 5-minute chart, trying to identify. I've been using AB extension for the 1618 for that entry on the back. If the 1618 is deeper, then I'm not sure what you're talking about with that. The 1618 extension. The only harmonic pattern that has a 1618 extension is the crab pattern, and that is this pattern right here. Let me pause that. GBPJPY, and let me go to a higher time frame. Let me go to another higher time frame. Yeah, this is the only pattern with the crab extension. So with that drop that happened last week, the market, the bottom fell out of it. You had this crab pattern right here develop, and the 1618 completed right here at this D, and then we had a little extra push, and then it came back and recovered. So if we would have took this trade right here, we'll be up about 500 pips right now just off of this trade alone. So the extension from here to here, that 1618 is a key level. All these levels down here, the 1272, the 1414, the 1618. If price pushes down into these levels, it's a high chance that you're gonna have like a type of reversal, especially if it comes down here into this 1618 zone. You can see how it pushed down here. I think this right here is a big wick. If I zoom in, yep. See how that's a big wick right there. Boom, it wicked down. It wicked down, and then closed above that 1618, and then took off. This would have been a good entry right here. So if I was looking at this and I had my pending order sitting here at the 1618, I would have put a smaller lot size on it because I would have been in drawdown, obviously on the straight, like I think like 300 pips drawdown, which is perfectly fine. Just lower your lot size. Don't let that scare you, because if you let that scare you, then it's gonna start scaring you out of trading opportunities. And instead of you risking 200 pips to get 500, I mean, who wouldn't do that? You talk to any big time investor, they'll take this every freaking time. Like, don't let these, I'm not saying I'm the best trader in the world or anything like that, but don't let, these traders out here, complain about 200 pip drawdown. Okay, like I said, you either beef up your account or you lower your lot size. This is a trading opportunity right here, 100% across the board. Any big time investor would take a 200 pip drawdown, to gain 500 pips. Any of them would. So again, like I say, lower your lot size or, beef up your account to where your account can handle, drawdown if necessary. Because again, stop losses would have never been hit. And this is a textbook setup right here. So, where was I? I think I had a question. Can you repeat that bit about being a high chance? What do you mean by being a high chance? I thought you taught that on the Gartley AB extension is a 1272. Yeah, it's a the BA extension of the Gartley should be a 1272. The X should be a the XA should be a 786 and the BA should be a 1272. That's only for the Gartley pattern though. So yeah, this is a high probability trade setup right here. Like I say, so definitely I don't see any type of trading opportunity on this right here. Let me see. Let's go back to Euro USD real quick. So like I said, on like right now, the markets, I really don't see any type of trade opportunity that I would feel comfortable getting into. Like I said, I'm pretty picky when it comes to trading. Right now, I'm just in my study mode phases. I think that's what you guys should be into, a study mode phase. Don't worry about trading all the time either. Let me see if I can find something real quick, because I know everything AD, USD, everything is like, I don't know, rattled up in the market. Let me see something. Go to a 15-minute chart real quick. Not do I ever use a harmonic scanner? Not really. I don't really use the harmonic scanner. Euro AD. Let's just check out some other stuff. Yes, sir. Yeah, I am the harmonic scanner. Let's see. See this right here didn't pull back far enough to give me a 38.2 touch right here. From here to here, it didn't pull back to give me that 38.2 touch. So basically you only trade harmonics that you identify on your own. And is your win-loss ratio higher than the scanner? Yeah, I trade like so don't get me wrong, the scanner is good, all right? It's good. It's good for helping you guys identify and using it for like training and stuff like that. But don't like everybody says, don't rely on tools. The best tool is price action, right? I use different ratios than the harmonic scanner does, and I see the pattern before the harmonic scanner picks it up for the most part. Like El Mono, he can agree with me because he's actually one of my top guys. Him and Lamarck, they both can agree that we actually see the harmonics before the scanner picks it up. So our win loss ratio is our win ratio is pretty high. Harmonic scanner is okay for identifying potential setups, but you need to double check. Yeah, definitely double check. I got a little GART on Euro GBP 15 minutes. Let me check it out. Euro GBP. Okay, I see what you're saying. You got the little Gartley developing, I think. Let me see. Let me see what you got going on, bro. Hold on. You took it from that high, right? Because that's the only thing. And even that still didn't hit the 61.8. Bro, what point did you take? Oh, you said the 15 minute. Hold on. My bad, I'm on an hour. Well, even so. I got a little garlic on. I grabbed the right after the little push up. That's my X. What push up? Right here. You grabbed it right here. Your X is hard to explain. Yeah, bro. The only X that I would see worth taking is this one, and maybe this one for my X leg. These 3 points would probably be like the only ones that I would potentially look at for taking it. But where do you see it at? Like, around here. That's right after the, it's right after your third potential X. Yeah, I wouldn't even bother that. Like, I wouldn't even bother that, bro. Yeah, you took it from right here. So what he see is this right here. From here to here to here to here. If you took that trade, you'll be in profit though. I think your target one was probably hit, but let me see. You know, your target one wasn't hit yet. If you took that trade, which you'll be in profit about. So that's a 20 pip trade. I would have went for something like this though. Where I see a cipher pattern. You ain't catch that cipher right here. Baby pips. So this is a cipher pattern right here, guys. This is the pattern that I trade for a year straight. So we got our X leg right here. That's our, this would be our start point. Follow the market from here. We got our A leg right here. Follow the market. You got a 38.2 touch, okay, which is our B leg right here. This actually happened today, matter of fact. So we got our XAB leg, okay? Now what I want to do is take my fib from my A leg. I have my, I'm taking it from here, but I'm just dragging it all the way over here. From my A leg, all the way down here to my X leg. And price is valid as long as it touches that 1272 right here. Let me extend this out just a little bit more so you guys can see it. It's still valid as long as it hit that 1272 touch. That's the minimum touch that we need. The max that we need is the 1414. As long as price does not close above the 1414, we're fine. Guys, did price close above the 1414? Let me zoom in. Did price close above this 1414 level right here? Nope. Nope. Exactly. Price did not close above the 1414 level, which is perfectly fine. Okay. So this is now our C leg. And then, yeah, let's see if it hits the 78.6. So now what I want to do is take my fib take it from my X leg, which is my anchor point, and take the completion of this entire move all the way up here to the C leg. And by the time this right here even happened, let me do this. So by the time, like when I start seeing this right here, I'm like, okay, cool. It's time for me to go ahead and set my pending orders so I can start getting ready to enter this trade. Yep. So from my X leg, which is down here, A, our B, and our C, I take my fib to get my entry point, which should be the 78.6. I take my fib from X all the way to C. I take my fib from X to C to get the D. So let's hit play. And I'm looking for that 78.6 completion. So at this moment, I already have my pending order sitting down there at that 78.6 level for a buy limit. This is how my guys, this is how we see the markets right here before the harmonic scanner even picks it up or anything like that. Like I said, we see the pattern happen before the scanner actually gets its hands on it. So sometimes when I'm calling out a trade or whenever I'm trading, if I was to go to the scanner right now and try to look for this pattern, it won't be up there until it completed. So right now it's just playing around. We can even trade that C to D leg, trend line break, retest. Trend line break, came back up here, retested. I can enter a sell right here. Brought it all the way out to that D. Why? Because I know exactly where the market could potentially head. And I got a couple of guys. I know they trade. I know Justin, Amano, Lamarck. I know they trade that C to D leg as well. So the 78.6 is right here. So this is where my entry point would be right here, the 78.6 level. Let me put a trend line right there. Let me put a trend line right here. And let me drag this out. So now I know this yellow line is a 78.6. So let me go ahead and delete that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my target. So I'm gonna take my fill from my C leg all the way down here to the 78.6, which is the completion. I know my target one should be this 38.2 right here. Should be at 38.2, and target two should be the 61.8 right here. So let's wait and see what happens. So I'm in the trade right now, and it looks like I'm going to have to adjust my targets because price pushed down a little bit lower. I can almost guarantee that this right here is divergent right here. If I turn on my RSI, I can almost guarantee that that's divergence. This little area right here. Divergence is when price is going down and then the RSI is going up. So it's kind of like a little gas pedal. So I'm in that trade. I got to adjust my targets real quick. Let me do that real quick. So I'm going to take my fill from C all the way to the completion of D. So that means I got to adjust my targets from here to here. That's a pretty big adjustment, but oh well. And this is what this pattern looks like. X to A to B, B to C, C to D. And it looks like target one could potentially get hit soon. Target one will go for 35 pips and target two will go for 70 pips. So let's see if we get targets achieved on this trade. So everything that happened after the D is all out of my control, okay? It should be out of your control also. And right now, it looks like you just want to play around. Let's see. Target one still wasn't hit yet. This thing just playing around. Probably scaring a lot of people out of that trade because price went all the way up to target one, did not hit it, and it's just playing around. So normally whenever price start doing this right here, like moving sideways like that a lot after I've already entered that trade, then I would just take target one and just, going about my day. I won't even really too much worry about target twos. Come on, get up there, get up there, get up there, get up there, get up there. It's just playing around. All right, there we go. Boom. Target one was hit for like 35 pips. And it look like it's going to possibly push up the target two. We'll see. So, after dealing with all of this mess right here, I just would have took target one and just went on about my day. I wouldn't even try to go for target two. That's just me. But now look what happened after target one was hit. Now you're back. Yeah, patience. Yeah, you got this one right here testing a lot of people patience. And I think that was it. Hold on. Yeah, that was it. So target one was hit. Played around a lot, but target one was hit for about 35 pips, and right now it's still playing around with target two. So, like I said, I wouldn't even try to work that trade. I just, be satisfied with target one being hit, and I just going to look for something else. Because again, I'm on a lower time frame too, so I'm satisfied. Newer trader here. How would you know that your D was at that point? The D is at the 88, because this is a cipher pattern. The D for the cipher pattern is always a 78.6. For the cipher, for the bat, it's always the 88.6. For the Gartley, it's always the 78.6 through the 1.27. For the crab, it's always the 1.618. 1.618. So these are all like 2 plus 2 is always 4. 10 plus 10 is always 20, right? It's never going to change. Never going to change. So I just know that this pattern, this completion is at the 78.6. I know my boy, he did some jacked up math. I think Elmano was on there. Elmano, were you on that call when he was like, the year 3000 is only like 80 years away? Bro, I was dying on that call. Yo, you was on it? I'm gonna tell the story real quick. And that's how I look at people who trade harmonics sometimes, because they try to create their own stuff. Where you can't really mess with the numbers with math. But Elmano, were you on that call? Yes or no? I don't know what this is, bro. Look like roaches. Bro, where'd you get a roach emoji from? Could you repeat the numbers for the patterns? I was trying to write it down. No, oh yeah, I told you about it. All right, so I'm gonna tell the story, then I'm gonna write the patterns down real quick. So we was, like I say, and I'm only using this because you asked me how do I know that the pattern is always, how do I know that the entry point was always at this level, the 78.6? Like I said, it's math. You can't change math. You can do it many different ways. You can get 2 plus 2 is 4, 1 plus 3 is 4, but you can't get it any other way. 1 plus 7 is not going to be 4, right? So it's just math. You just know it, right? So that's kind of how you have to have you have to know these harmonics. You just have to know. So yeah, we was on a Zoom call with the squad. He was giving a motivational speech, getting everybody fired up, 2019, this and that. And then he was like, guys, you know, we're in the year 2019. You know, we got to start doing this thing for, you know, start doing this bigger than doing this, you know, for more than just us. This has to be bigger than us and all this other stuff. He was just going on. You know, I mean, he had everybody hyped up. Don't get me wrong. Like, call was lit. And then he was like, did y'all know that the year 3000 is only 80 years away? Did y'all know that? And I heard that. I'm saying, I'm like, whoa, pause, hold on, what? The year 3000 is 80 years away. And I started doing the math in my head. I'm like, bro, how you skip, like, that's like an 800-year jump between now and year 3000. And I had to cut him off in the middle of the call. I was like, bro, I like, you wrong, bro. I think you got your math like mixed up. You must have like added or got carried away too much or something. You did something wrong. But the year 3000, that's like 800, almost 1,000 years away, bro. Something like that. And that's kind of how, you know, you guys have to be with harmonics. Like, you just have to know, like, it's math. You can't change it, right? Have some, he gave some people hope. Yeah, exactly. Like he just skipped. I don't know what type of math he was doing, but I don't know. I don't know if he saw it on the internet somewhere and came back and told everybody, but I don't know. But at the end of the day, harmonics are harmonics, right? The cipher pattern completes at the 78.6. This is an 8, all right, 78.6. This is a 6. The bat pattern completes at the 88.6. And again, if you missed this, go back to the recording. I'm gonna put it on YouTube. The Gartley pattern completes at the 78. The Gartley pattern completes in a zone, the 78.6 through the 1272, 127. I'm gonna put 127 level. Okay. How's a harmonic course coming? Waiting on confirmation. Cipher, bat, Gartley, the crab completes at the 1618. So again, this is math. You can't skip steps when you're doing this, right? You can't jump from 2019 to year 3000. All right, you can't jump from the 38.2 to the, you can't jump from the B leg to the D leg. Well, you skip this entire move up here, right? You can't do that. So that's what you all have to start understanding as well. Like, this math, like, you should know if you see a bat pattern, and the B leg is going to tell you everything when you trade on harmonics. This right here to hit a 38.2, guess what? I should know. So 2008, you saw 3000 and late. Bro, I was on that call dying, bro. I'm like, this man skipped like 800 years. So you can't, the B leg is always going to tell you guys what you should be looking for always. So again, if you really want to get the ratios and everything, go back to my old videos. That's my time tonight. I'm going to upload this to YouTube, and I'm going to drop it right here for you guys. Share it with your teams, get everybody on so they can start learning how to trade. I'm going to drop it right here. It's going to say YouTube 2019. I don't know. It's going to say something, but I'm going to drop it right here. You can come here and click it, watch it, share it with your people, your team, whatever you got to do. I see Soka skip. So what? Soka skip. Yeah, you threw me off with that one, bro. So yeah, everybody. That's my time. So I hope you all, learn something from this. Learn how to back test, learn how to train your eye to see these harmonic patterns. Like I said, I'm going to drop the harmonics, not the harmonics, but the live recording right here. It should be up like within the next 30 minutes to an hour. And I'll get that right over to you guys. So Happy New Year. Let's kill it this year. Hope you all had a great time. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be on at 8 p.m. Eastern. Peace.